towering warrior unlike any other. A man who defied the odds, breaking through the rigid walls of feudal Japan. A legend, forgotten by time. But today, his story will be told. This is Yasuke, the African samurai. Before he set foot in Japan, Yasuke's origins remain a mystery. Some historians suggest he hailed from Mozambique, possibly from the Makua people. Others believe he may have come from Ethiopia or Sudan, where skilled warriors and elite bodyguards were highly valued. One thing is certain, he was no ordinary man. He possessed strength, intelligence, and a commanding presence. Yasuke's journey began when he was taken by Portuguese traders or Jesuit missionaries. During the 16th century, the Jesuits sought to expand their influence across Asia, bringing servants and bodyguards from Africa. He traveled across the Indian Ocean, through the Portuguese colonies, and eventually arrived in Japan in 1579, alongside Alessandro Valignano, a Jesuit missionary. Interesting fact. Some accounts suggest that when Yasuke walked the streets of Kyoto, people were so fascinated by him that riots broke out in an attempt to see the Black Warrior. This led to officials intervening to restore order. When Yasuke arrived in Japan, he was unlike anything the people had ever seen. Standing nearly 6 feet tall, he towered over the average Japanese man, who was significantly shorter. His skin was dark, his physique powerful. News of this giant spread quickly, and he became an object of fascination. Crowds gathered, eager to see this foreign warrior with their own eyes. It was not long before his reputation reached the ears of Oda Nobunaga, one of Japan's most powerful warlords. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Nobunaga was known for his open-mindedness and fascination with foreign cultures. When he heard of the towering African warrior, he demanded to see him. Oda Nobunaga was a man of immense power, ambition, and ruthlessness. As Yasuke stood before him, the warlord examined him closely, even ordering him to be scrubbed clean, believing his dark skin was covered in ink. When the color did not change, Nobunaga's fascination only grew. Nobunaga was not merely amused, he was impressed. Yasuke spoke some Japanese, thanks to his time with the Jesuits, and his physical presence made him a formidable fighter. Nobunaga invited Yasuke into his service, granting him land, a house, and something unheard of, a katana. This was a significant honor, as only samurai were permitted to carry swords. Yasuke had entered the ranks of the warrior elite. Becoming a samurai was not simply a matter of receiving a title. Yasuke had to prove himself. He trained alongside Nobunaga's finest warriors, mastering the art of the katana, mounted combat, and Japanese battlefield tactics. He learned the Bushido code, emphasizing loyalty, honor, and discipline. Yasuke was not merely a novelty, he was a warrior. Training for samurai in the Sengoku period was rigorous. Yasuke would have practiced kenjutsu, sword combat, kyudo, archery, and sojutsu, spear fighting. Samurai also engaged in sumo-style grappling to improve their strength, something Yasuke, with his powerful build, would have excelled at. In time, Yasuke became one of Nobunaga's trusted retainers. He accompanied him on military campaigns, fighting alongside the warlord's forces in battle. His size and strength made him an imposing presence, and he was said to have fought with unparalleled ferocity. As a warrior, Yasuke witnessed some of Japan's bloodiest conflicts. He fought in the battles that helped Nobunaga expand his power, including skirmishes against rival daimyos and rebellious forces. His massive size and foreign fighting style made him both feared and respected among the ranks. One notable battle was the siege of Takamatsu Castle, where Nobunaga's forces besieged a stronghold of the Mori clan. Yasuke played a role in maintaining order and fighting alongside his fellow samurai as Nobunaga's forces implemented a brilliant strategy, flooding the castle by redirecting a river. But the tides of war are ever-changing. In 1582, Nobunaga's own general Akechi Mitsuhide betrayed him. In an ambush at Honnoji Temple, Nobunaga found himself surrounded. Rather than be captured, he chose death by seppuku, the ritual act of suicide by sword. Yasuke, ever loyal, fought to protect him. After Nobunaga's death, Yasuke was captured by Mitsuhide's forces. Unlike the other samurai, he was not executed, likely because the Japanese did not see him as a true samurai. Instead, he was sent back to the Jesuits. From there, history falls silent. Some say he lived out his days in obscurity. Others believe he may have left Japan, returning to Africa or another foreign land. Yasuke's story remains one of the most fascinating and mysterious tales of Japan's samurai era. If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more epic stories.